Welcome back to Under Oath. Two attorneys arguing about nothing. Let's go. First issue I noticed, I was watching this TikTok video the other day. During a girls' trip, a hotel allowed two men access to the room occupied by the two women without verifying the men were actually authorized to be in the room. These four women get back to the room, and there's two dudes in their room. They lose their minds. Now they want to sue.
They should want to sue. And I can't believe that a hotel would allow people access to a room that they're not on the list for. So they didn't rent the room.
No, but have you ever been given a key and opened the door and realized the room was occupied? That's never happened to you?
No.
That's happened to me like 4 times. I walk in and the bed's not made and there's luggage. I'm going, uh-oh. And I close down and I go downstairs and said, listen, I think the room's occupied. And they go, oh, we're sorry. We're sorry.
That was an accident, though. That was an accident by the people who work at the hotel, right?
Yeah.
So that you weren't trying to get into a room that you knew you didn't belong to.
No, but the hotel still gave me a key.
I know, but that's different.
But it happens all the time.
Which happens all the time, where the hotel staff makes a mistake and gives you the wrong.
Right.
Yeah, that's not nearly as much of a concern as the hotel staff just taking some random guy's word for it that he belongs to this particular room and giving him a key. That is a completely different level of negligence.
Really? You think
Yes.
you think they didn't realize that the room was full to begin with or wasn't full?
No, what they need to do is verify whether or not this guy is authorized to have a key to that room. And if they didn't rent it and the girls who own the room don't have these guys listed on the itinerary or whatever, what do they call the hotel
Reservation.
Reservation.
The
If they're not on the reservation,
You don't keep the reservation.
all right, Seinfeld. Yeah, if they're not part of the room, then how in the world did they get the key? You know, this is how people kidnap.
What do you mean?
Girls, women, they say, oh, hey, I'm with that party. I'm with this group. And, you know, I got locked out of the room. I need the key. And now they have access. And I guess these guys didn't even have to show ID. Like, you don't even know necessarily who the guys are that have the key to this room.
So you're saying that human traffickers do this?
Yes, that's a known problem, especially along the border.
How do I not know that?
How do you not know
I know
that?
a lot. I don't know about the
There's
human
no one
traffickers
sneaking into your room to steal you, okay?
Hey, big sexy. There's obviously a market there somewhere. You know, I'm not feeling
only
the love,
one
dude.
trying to break into your room if they're trying to steal your kidney, maybe. That might happen.
They don't want my kidney.
So I can't imagine. I can't imagine.
Well,
My wife's at a hotel right now.
Craig
if
and baby Craig? Yeah.
And baby Craig. Oh, my
I'm
daughter.
not saying their name. we don't mention our kid's name on it. Craig and baby Craig.
Yeah, if
Craig's wife
that
and baby
happened,
Craig.
if that happened to my wife and my daughter, I couldn't get to the hotel fast enough to just lay the manager out. And I don't mean yell and berate and make him feel bad. I might choke the guy out until the police come and take me away.
I thought you said you couldn't get there fast enough to keep your wife from killing all 3 people.
If
and the
I know
manager.
that it happened, obviously something bad didn't happen and I'm aware of it. It's a close call.
Okay.
It's like running your car at 150 miles an hour and just barely missing my little girl on the corner of the street. That's an ass whooping.
Listen, your wife's a bodybuilder.
Listen,
I'd be afraid for those people.
Yeah,
I'd be really
break
afraid.
into her room, they might have problems.
Yeah, they got to be Schwarzenegger sized to get away with that one.
They better be.
But I don't know. But here's the problem. What are the damages?
So it's in the realm of emotional distress,
Intentional
right?
infliction of emotional
infliction
distress.
of emotional distress, negligent infliction of emotional distress, maybe. Because when you go and you rent a hotel room, that's your home away from home, right? So you have a certain expectation that you're going to have privacy, that there's going to be exclusive access to that. And yeah, you know for sure that you're not the only one there because you know someone's going to be cleaning it. So you can't say that, oh, I wasn't expecting anybody to come in. But you can certainly expect that people who don't belong to your party get a key and access your room.
Well, technically, doesn't anybody not involved in your party get a key? I mean, they always ask you how many keys you want, who's in the room, and then they let those people get keys. You have to give authority to do that in most hotels.
Correct.
So they just let these 2 yahoos into the room with these 4 women lose their mind. They come back and 2 dudes are in the room.
Does the article describe whether or not the guys who got the keys were caught? Were they confronted by
No.
either the hotel management or police?
No, it's just some TikTok girl losing her mind.
Well, she should lose her mind. I know the TikTok girls get a bad rap sometimes, and they really do. They really do.
Well,
deserve the
some
bad
of them
rap.
earn it, and some dudes earn it too.
Some of them. Okay,
And the dude's like,
I
oh,
get it.
yeah.
So you say TikTok girl, and you automatically it's
TikTok
2 strikes
dudes,
against
yeah.
you. But when she starts talking about a hotel giving her key to some strangers who she doesn't know, that's worthy of worry. And it's worthy of a lawsuit to prevent that kind of thing from happening again. How do they not have a procedure in place?
They do. They just have lazy employees, probably.
Okay. Well,
A lazy staff. Now, the question, I'm going to go back to damages again, man. You know, if somebody called our office and said this, the first thing we go, it's terrible. They're obviously responsible, but I'm not sure what your damages are going to be in this case. And I'm not sure. And here's the thing. It's not sure what I think. It's what I'm thinking 6 people on a jury are going to think.
yeah. So what are the damages if you're recklessly firing a gun and it almost hits me? I hear the bullet whiz by my ear. Close call, but it didn't actually hit me. Or you're driving really fast and I'm walking across the street and I see you coming. I jump back just in time to avoid getting hit. You didn't hit me, but you scared me, right? I mean, that would be what you would claim as your damages. The girl was scared. She was scared, and not just, oh, I was a little nervous. I mean, this is a frightening event that was inflicted on her. Yeah, and I think maybe negligent infliction of emotional distress would be the way to
But don't you have to get therapy? She's got to be
Not
getting...
necessarily. It helps if you're going to come in and tell a jury that you have mental issues. It sure does help if you actually see a mental professional.
Yeah, I mean,
If you just show up and say, "Oh, I got headaches and
I can't go to hotels anymore.
No,
I can't
go to
travel.
hotels."
I can't do anything.
And a jury would want to believe that because that's something that they would believe would happen. But you need to have a psychiatrist or a psychologist.
That's what I mean.
Back you up and say, yeah, she's actually this was a traumatic experience.
Now, here's the thing. We would most likely, in a situation like this, have to get an expert in that mental field to get up and say, yes, this could be a traumatizing effect. But then they would ask, hey, have you seen her? Have you talked to her? You know, there's a lot of things that go into this. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. Being offended or feeling you were wrong does not mean you will have a successful lawsuit. And that's hard to tell people.
I don't think a jury gives these ladies, $75 million or anything like
$750 billion. No.
They probably get, what do you think? Well, Jeff, what do you think? You're sitting on a jury and you hear that. Assuming that you agree that the hotel has committed negligence and that the negligence caused some mental distress to these ladies.
Here's the problem.
What do you give?
As a juror, I put myself in their position. And the juror is going to say, what do you think, $1,000 a piece? I mean, what really happened? The girl got scared. I'm going, okay, let's give them each $5,000. Now, the problem is this.
Yeah, it's not like somebody jumping out, in a hallway wearing, a spooky
wearing
mask.
a Freddy mask or something.
Yeah.
We're talking. So let's say they give them $20,000. And this is where things go off the rails because we all know the cost of going to trial conservatively with an expert is around $50,000 to $60,000. So if a jury gives them $5,000 a piece, let's say $10,000 a piece, $40,000, that means these ladies are in the whole $10,000.
That's true. That's true in a lot of jurisdictions. Florida, fortunately, though, if you're the prevailing party, you can get your costs back on top of whatever the jury gave you as the prevailing party. But that's not true all the time.
No.
And when I say you can get your costs back, you can ask for your costs back. You don't automatically get them.
The judges don't have to give that.
The judge has to use his or her discretion in awarding costs to you.
And people don't understand when you see a jury, when you see all these experts get up, like, for example, the Johnny Depp case with all the crazy lunatics who testified in that case. Those crazy lunatics got bank. I mean, I'm a doctor. The dude who was twitching and looking real weird, that guy probably made at least $30,000 to $40,000. Now, that means that the plaintiff, Johnny Depp's team, had to pay this guy $40,000. So whatever Johnny gets, that money comes out of his settlement. So people don't understand how expensive it is. It's not the attorney's fees.
And the experts don't get paid last.
Oh, they get paid before you
They
walk in.
They get paid first.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, actually, the attorney well, if you're handling like a personal injury case, your attorney pays your experts, and so the expert gets paid before anybody gets anything.
So the only people to really benefit off a case before a verdict are all the experts and the insurance company's attorney. He gets paid no matter what.
Oh yeah,
You know, people forget that. I love what happens in a trial when the insurance company gets up and goes, "Oh, these greedy attorneys." I like to get up. I said, "Well, these greedy insurance companies who pay their greedy attorneys," but you can't say that. We were in that trial. Remember that guy asked me a question, and I go, "You don't want to open the door to that."
well, he asked our client a question, and you were the one saying, "Judge, he's getting ready to open the door,
And you don't want
it's
this.
going to be all bad."
And we walked up, and the judge goes, "No, we're not doing that."
It is going to be all bad. Yeah, don't ask that question. I remember.
I mean, that's the problem. A lot of people don't realize that it's not the person sitting in the chair by their attorney who pays the bill. It's the insurance company, but you can't even discuss that because it's considered too prejudicial. As far as these young ladies are concerned, I think they were wronged. I just don't think they're going to recover enough to, let's say, warrant a full-on lawsuit.